Hello and welcome to the Congo Hour. My name is Trippery. I want to thank everyone for tuning in. Wayne is not going to be here this evening. She is still at her event where they had the community dinner, where she and Gundy, I think this is like their third or fourth annual community dinner where uh, they just took it upon themselves to give back to the east side, and they had a free dinner for the community. And she's still over there wrapping things up, so she's not going to be able to make it this evening. My dad was supposed to be here, but not sure what happened with him. He always comes up with a different excuse every week, so I have to check my phone and see what today's excuse is. But nonetheless, he did promise to be here, so I'm going to give away 50 of his dollars since he's not here. He's supposed to be weighing in every Sunday. He hasn't weighed in about 2 months, so. This is what happens, Dad, when you don't keep your word. We're going to open the phone lines up a little later. I'm going to give away your $50. I just want you to be a man of your word. He said if you didn't weigh in, you would give away $50 to keep yourself on track. But that hasn't really happened. It hasn't helped, the $50. Hasn't really kept you on track, Dad. So maybe you have to kind of up the ante. Maybe it has to be $100 or a little more. I don't know. We got to do something to keep you focused. So we'll talk about that a little later. But tonight, definitely going to give away 50 of your dollars. We have Michelle Booker here this evening. She's going to come on and talk about all things girly. It's an event that she and some friends are putting together. We have our funeral announcements. We have some community news, some birthday shout-outs. And also we have our first interview is going to be Big Key. He's no stranger to the show, no stranger to the city of Wilmington. He's an activist. He's somebody who just wants our communities to receive better and to do better. And he's coming to talk about a couple of things that he has going on that he's a part of. And he wasn't really scheduled, but he's here. And he said, Trippy, I'm coming on. And I said, yes, sir. And when you see him, if you don't know him, you know why. I mean, he's a big dude. So I couldn't really sit there and say, no, you're not, and think that I was going to get away with it. So I said, welcome to the show. Matter of fact, you're going on first, sir. So welcome back to the show, man. How you doing?
Thank you, Trip, man, for having me, man.
Of course.
I sure enough appreciate it,
Of course, man. Of course.
Definitely,
Now,
man.
You're doing some great things, man. I want you to. I know you. All he really asked was for me to announce it, but I thought it'd be much more effective if we just come on and talk about it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that too, man. Thank you for the opportunity, man.
You're welcome.
Definitely.
So you have a couple things going on. So you want to talk about them?
Yeah, one is Shay Brown's son, who was found dead in Gander Hill Prison not too long ago. And of course, we don't have all the facts.
Right.
And we're not going to jump the gun and act like we do. But one thing that stands out to me is the prison system not contacting her and allowing her to know what was going on with her only child, because she lost another child, son, maybe about 6 months ago. Yeah. So she's really going through it, and she called me and asked me, she said she don't want a lot of people involved because they make it a circus. We don't want to make every issue she goes through a circus. Right. So she said she wanted integrity, so she contacted me. And the problem is them not allowing her to identify the body or see her body. You know more than me how it goes down. And of course, with more information given to her, she will be able to accept it better versus not hearing anything, and that's the big beef. And then the other issue is the Jeremy McDowell shooting.
Okay.
Justice and peace go hand in hand. They always say peace, let's calm this down, peace, let's calm that down. But if you have no justice, it's hard to expect peace. And Brother Malcolm X said it a long time ago. He said, it's enough singing, it's time for swinging. We sat back long enough listening to them say we're still under investigation, this and that, but their family hasn't heard anything. And so what's taking place is they're getting antsy. And anybody know the McDowell family, they only want justice. They've held their composure as long as everybody been telling them, oh, calm down, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. But they had to almost interrupt the parade uptown. This what was it, Christmas parade, I believe it was, Thanksgiving parade. They had to actually interrupt it just to get their voices heard again, to stir the pot up again. So I think
What they're saying is that no one has really, there hasn't been a constant line of communication
there hasn't been a constant line of communication
from the police
from
department.
the police department, and a lot of people who have sort of guided their family, you know, so to speak, and going through the process, have gotten them to calm down so much that they said, man, we're going to sweep this under the rug, you know, and so nobody is really voicing their opinion anymore.
Right.
And
you know what? I don't mean to cut you off, but let's just backtrack a little bit, and just in case someone out there doesn't know what we're talking about, you want to just brief them on the whole case that we're talking about, so they can everybody can be on the same page.
This is you talking about Jeremy
Yes.
McDowell.
Yeah.
This is the brother who got shot in back of AutoZone on the west side. I believe it's Tulip Street. A few months ago, he was unarmed. He was paralyzed in a wheelchair, and I believe they shot him. I heard on the videotape at least 8 times, but they said it was a shooting even before the videotape started, where he was bleeding out of his neck. So the police said that they were fearful of their life, but I never seen anyone fearful of their lives come from undercover. You know, the video speaks volumes.
It does.
And
it really does.
so they come from behind a parked car and move in front of him like a firing squad. And on the video, you only see 2 cops, but there was 2 other cops already standing up there too.
Right.
And as the brother, to me, looked disoriented, moving around, moving his legs,
Right.
you know, trying to sit up, you know. Who knows what was going through this brother's mind? So as they're saying, hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, that's just something Black Lives Matter say, don't shoot. But they said, hands up. And as he never raised his hands, and he adjusted himself several times. So the next time that he like adjusted himself, to me in the video, looked like he was like right here, they opened fire on him, you know.
Right.
And my thing is, I don't know the facts in that. My thing is, Black Lives Matter want to know why so many bullets? Why just an open season on a brother in a wheelchair, you know, who was defenseless? I can see if he raised his hand in any type of way, you know, but he was already shot, and of course they knew that. So to shoot an unarmed, defenseless brother in a wheelchair is really a problem. And when I look at Tamar Rice, if I'm saying his name right, the young brother that was 12 years old, who they said had a gun, as soon as they rolled up, I believe 6 seconds transpired, and then they shot him. But the brother that went in the church and shot all the brothers in there, they took him to Burger King. You see what I'm saying? And I actually seen the police, which wasn't in Wilmington, Delaware. Let me make that clear. But I've seen police officers talk a Caucasian shotgun out of his hand after he pointed to the police officer. After they talked it out of his hands, they sat down on a tree and had a conversation with this brother, because they always want to know, why did he do this? That's the first thing they ask him.
And I guess from what we know, like we said, we don't know all the facts. I think that's one of the biggest problems, that we don't know. It seems like especially the family should be brought more up to date on just the whole, you know, where everything is with that. But I guess from what the public knows and from what I know is that the police were called because they received a call that Jeremy was trying to harm himself.
Right.
And to in looking at that video and seeing the aggressiveness, you know, from the police department, that's the thing that just has me so confused. Like, if someone is trying to harm themselves, and to go into that scene that aggressive and not go on without any intention of trying to help,
right.
That's the part that has me concerned.
And I'm glad you said that too, because I almost forgot that. They said that he had, you know, the 911 caller said, you know, he had a gun or whatever, self-inflicted wound.
Right.
Now, I just made mention of the guy they sat down by a tree, talked the gun out of his hand. This brother, since the 911 caller said that he shot himself, he was trying to take his own life or whatever, you would think that they would bring the hostage negotiators or whatever. It should be a procedure for them to say, listen, well, what's going on, man? I mean, calm down, sir, this and that. It never was any of that. It was always put the gun down, hands up. It was never a peaceful conversation with them, so to speak.
Right.
You know, so that's another problem. Not even saying if he had a gun or not. You know what I mean? It's so many avenues that they could have took, you know, besides just gunning the brother down like that.
Right. And now just to know that the family, from what you're saying, I would love to have them come on and talk about it if they're willing to.
Oh yeah,
Come
of
on and
course,
talk
of
about
course they
like,
are.
just what their experience has been since then with the police department. Like if that's really true that they haven't received the type of communication that they deserve.
Right,
That's
right.
definitely a reason that we have to kind of take things up another notch. Just on their behalf, on the behalf of just people in general, the public in general.
Absolutely.
Like I know we have to be patient, we have to be fair.
Right,
we have
right.
To, but there's a time that there has to be some type of timetable.
Yeah.
That family should expect some type of communication.
And when we look at that timetable and the time elapsed and everything like that, in Chicago, they actually paid the family off to not even talk about the video or anything. So the family
right,
then knew what was
right,
going on.
right.
They didn't even get that opportunity to even know what was going on.
Right.
And as you've seen in the public eye, once Chicago seen what was going on, it was an uproar. And I don't want Wilmington to burn. I don't want nobody to loot and throw things around. But on the same time, the constitutional right is to be able to have a civil protest. And that's what the Black Lives Matter stand in. That's what we want to see. We want to see businesses shut down until you hear our voice. We want to see politicians, but you know, you're doing what you're doing, so you ain't got to worry about it. And only ones that's going to be shaking in their boots is the brothers and sisters that's not really doing what they're supposed to, not even giving us an opportunity on the show. You know, I know you probably the only one got a show or whatever, but giving us the opportunity to even speak about it.
Right.
You know, everybody is shunning and closing their ears to a serious situation.
Yeah, definitely can't do that.
Right.
But you're having a march. You said.
Yeah,
right?
we're having a march, December the 12th. That's a Saturday at 1:30 underneath the basketball courts on Adams Street, Jackson Street, and the march will take place. It will lead all the way to the police station.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you look at Black Lives Matter, it's time to really get involved with the community. We really need to get involved because we see in Chicago they got answers. We see it in the colleges, they got answers.
Right.
So we want to do things civil, you know what I mean? So the march will take place Saturday at 1:30, December the 12th, and it will lead down to the police station. We're asking everybody to come out. If there's people in wheelchairs, strollers, grandmom, kids, babies, everything, because this is historical in Wilmington. This is very historical.
Yeah, I hope people realize how important this is to be a part of and to support, whether you're black, white, Hispanic, whatever.
That's another thing what I said on Facebook. I said, war has no color. War is a spirit. So you must engage spiritual warfare in a spiritual sense, because if you try to handle a spiritual war in the physical, we're going to lose every time. They're going to be locking us up, putting us in cell, Gary Hill. They're going to shoot us like they did Brother Bam. So we have to be educated now. We know that it's not a color. So when I say Black Lives Matter, I'm saying all lives matter. But right now, Black lives is on the table.
Right.
You know, we're the ones that's dying, being mass incarcerated.
Right. We can't back
first
away
in
from
poverty.
that.
We can't back
away from saying Black Lives Matter.
And you know what? They trying to make it a scary thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I talk to most black revolutionists, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a revolutionary too, right? So I hear a lot of stuff and they like, yeah, brother, we got to grab onto this Black Lives Matter because they have stripped us of everything else. And when you say that, it's like, you're racist, but it's not.
Right. It's not that
it
at
doesn't
all.
mean,
It's
if
not
I'm
that
pro-black,
at all.
that does not make me anti-white.
Right.
That's just saying that I have a concern for my people who are at the forefront of everything terrible and last at everything good. That's all that matters, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I think a lot of times when people say Black Lives Matter, it's misconstrued into being something that's racist, and it's not.
It's not.
It's just like you said. It's just us speaking up for ourselves.
Yeah.
And nothing is wrong with that.
And then when you look at it, Trip, man, you know, we wouldn't even have to say Black Lives Matter if the playing field was equal.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I posted a picture on Facebook, and it was a Caucasian officer pepper spraying an African or Brazilian colored sister. Let me put it like that.
Okay.
And the flack that I got back off of that was like, wow. But it is what it is. You know, you got the video, you got pictures. This is not me concocting anything because I like to go off facts and actualness. And that's why, you know, I'm saying what I'm saying, even about the Gander Hill prison issue and even about the McDowell shooting. I'm only going off of what is a fact. Now, the rest of it's going to play out and the chips going to fall where they fall.
Right, and we're not trying to just send a blank statement out there that all police are bad.
Right.
Or that,
No,
it's not
no,
that at all.
no,
It's just
no.
that when something happens, it has to be addressed.
Yeah, it
And
has
that's
to
all
be
we're trying to
addressed.
do is address it. So for it to be interpreted in any different way
Yeah,
is wrong.
yeah, right, it
So
is.
it's not that. It's just that we want justice.
Yup.
Right.
And you know what it's all about, Trip, really, man? Equality.
That's it.
That's all
That's
it's
it.
about, man.
Yep.
It's nothing more. It's not like we want to go burn down and jump on, kill white people and stuff. It's none of that, man.
Nah, it's
Because
not
if you
that at
look
all.
at it, the numbers, which they don't have in Wilmington, we died by the hands of Caucasians. You look at how many African hearing Americans shot a Caucasian child or a woman or anything like that. In fact, two brothers did shoot a Caucasian little kid and they killed him. They was locked up and charged instantly on the spot. That was it. You know what I mean? Wasn't no kid, wasn't no jury, nothing. It was like they're guilty. That's it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
okay.
So it's always the numbers don't add up for us. And like I said, equality. That's all it's all about, man. Even playing field. That's all.
Okay. So once again, it's going to be on December the 12th.
December the 12th.
1:30
Yes.
at the courts under the bridge, right
Yes.
on 3rd Street.
Yep. Coming to the police station near
Okay.
you.
Okay. All right. So if anyone wants to get in contact with you, is there a Facebook or a phone number, or how can they reach you?
Yeah, you can reach me on Facebook at Big Keeb Shabazz Booker. And that name Shabazz is another thing that I'll be dealing with. My uncle Shabazz was shot and killed in 1982, unarmed by a Caucasian officer. That's another thing. But that's why my name is what it is. You know, it's a lot of tied into that. But you can reach me at reach me on Facebook at Big Keeb Shabazz Booker. You also can reach me at the telephone number of area code 302-932-5343. Again, that's area code 302-932-5343.
Okay. I appreciate it.
I appreciate
Big
you,
Keeb,
man.
Anytime, man.
Yeah, I definitely do. For
All
real,
right.
Trip,
And if you can, like, reach out
yeah,
to Jeremy's family and see if they do want to come
Yeah,
on.
they're gonna-
and
yes.
just bring the community up to date.
yeah, man. They're
All right.
gonna want to come on, Trip.
Okay.
For real. Yeah.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be right back. All right. Welcome back to the show. I hope that you enjoyed our first interview. Right now, we have Miss Michelle and Miss Amaris that come in to talk about all things girly. But before that, I wanted to give a shout out and a big thank you to Miss Bernice Anderson, who is one of our biggest supporters here on the Congo Hour. So I want to thank you so much. She says she watches every week and that she especially loves me. So I love you right back, Miss Bernice. And again, thank you for all of your support and for all of your love. All right, welcome to the show, ladies.
Thank you.
How's everything?
Everything is good.
Everything is good?
Everything is good.
All right. Tell me about All Things Girly.
Okay, All Things Girly. I started All Things Girly back in April.
Okay.
And it's a etiquette / self-esteem boosting class that I do. What I do is I have all professionals that come in and work with these girls. I have a etiquette coach that comes in and teaches them etiquette. I have different people to come in like motivational speakers.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
Any kind of problems that they have, I try to bring professionals in to talk to them about. And then it's the fun girly part that we do. We do all kinds of arts and crafts, girly stuff. We make our own lip gloss.
Oh, yeah.
All I do,
That's
I
cool.
try to enhance what the parents already do.
Okay.
So the object of All Things Girly is to make them the best women that they can be. Productive women, kingdom women.
All right.
Is what I'm trying to produce.
What are the age ranges for All Things Girly?
All Things Girly is ages 5 to 12.
Okay.
And 5 to 12, they are pretty spunky at 5 to 12. But I thank God that He has gave me patience.
Right.
And it's truly a gift from God, because a lot of people can't handle
That's
girls
true.
5 to 12.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I have 3 girls.
Nice.
Well, ages 2 to 10. And people are always saying, Trippy, how do you do it? How are you so patient? I think, like you said, I just think it's a gift.
It's a gift.
Like I don't really get riled up when they're going crazy. I just go crazy right along with them. I have fun right along with them, and I just realize that they're kids and
Right.
just there to help them grow.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
That
So.
sound like me, because I get down on the floor with them. We make
Mhm.
posters.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, you just gotta have
last
fun
week,
with
we
'em.
made the anti-bullying posters because all things girly, we are against bullying.
Okay.
Totally against bullying. And actually, we're going to have the fair next Saturday. And I thought that I would teach them anti-bullying because I have a professional that's going to come in and teach them self-defense.
Oh, so you're having a fair
Yeah.
next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
Okay. What's that date?
That is the 5th.
The 5th.
The
Okay.
5th. And that's at Hopes Academy, 2901 Lancaster Avenue. And All Things Girly is still open. I have about 30 little girls.
All right.
It's, yeah. But I love each and every one of them. And I want to teach them self-defense, not to be bullies, but to be able to defend themselves from even adults.
Okay.
You know, any situation that they get themselves in, I want them to be able to get out of it. So that's my job.
All right. So you brought somebody
Yeah.
here with you this evening.
Yes.
You want to introduce her?
This is Umara. She is one of the girly girls. She's been with me since April.
All right.
I think she might have missed one day. maybe she was sick.
Okay.
She's there. She's been there with me from the beginning, and I let her talk more about.
All right. All right.
what's
Welcome,
going on.
Maris. How are you?
Good.
You doing all right?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for coming out. I love your name too. I love
Thank
that
you.
name, Maris. All right. So, tell us a little bit about your experience with All Things Girly.
Well, I really like it there because it's like I like modeling, and it's like we can do plays, and it's like when we learn how to do stuff that we're not really supposed to do, because if
Okay.
we don't learn, it can get really worse and worse. So I like it there because when we come, it's like we get to hang around with friends, but when it's time to learn, everybody's pay attention, and it's like they're really good.
All right. And how old are you?
9,
9. And what grade are you in?
3rd,
3rd grade. What school do you go to?
Thomas Edison.
Thomas Edison. Do you want to say hi to anybody who you know is watching?
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Grandmom. All right. I know she's very proud of you. All right. So, would you recommend some people to be a part of All Things Girly?
Well, I have some family that came,
Oh,
but
yeah? Okay.
they live far away, and they can't really come all the time.
Right. But if somebody's out there watching, like any young ladies like yourself, would you recommend they come and be a part of All Things Girly?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay. All right. That's what I like to hear. So, job well done.
Yeah.
All right.
And,
Do you, go ahead.
Amaris actually, I had Barbizon Modeling Agency to come in and talk with the girls and teach them different things, teach them how to walk and pose and different things like that. Because I try to bring in people that can help them with the things that they want to do.
Right.
Like some of them want to model, some of them want to sing, some people want to be, nurses, and I try to give them all the literature, everything that I can give them to help them on their way.
Right.
So she was actually picked from Barbizon Modeling Agency. So
Congratulations.
that's a big thing, and I know I know you forgot to say that. And Amaris is very outgoing, and I have some girls that come there that's really like sheltered, like they're in their shell, and we bring it out of them.
Right.
We teach them that beauty is not on the outside, but it's on the inside. So now, December the 12th, I have a ball that's coming up, and it's designed to show the parents and show the city that it's people that's doing good out there. It's not everybody is not. The city of Wilmington is not all bad,
Right.
and that's the only thing that they focus on. They don't focus on the people that's trying to do things for these girls and for these young men out here. And so we're gonna have this girly ball in a Cinderella setting. We're gonna have the food, entertainment, and they're gonna get dressed up in their gowns and tiaras, and the little guys in their tuxedos
Nice.
and everything. So I want them to feel like little kids. They have dreams. They
Right.
see these Disney movies that's out, and all they see in the streets is really violence and you know, so I want to bring them out of that world.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
want to
like
bring
that.
them,
I love it.
yeah, I want to teach them that it's more out there than just this where you live. Because
Right.
if it's bad where you live now, you can move. You don't have to stay. And show them different
All
things.
right. Okay. Plus, you can do things to try to make where you live a little better too.
Right.
That's right. So, are you going to go to the ball? Are you going to the ball? Are you excited about it?
Yeah.
All right. And I'm going to do, since you had so much courage to come on the show and talk about all things girly, if you want, I'm going to pick you up in a limousine. All right. And I'll pick you up from your house and I'll take you to the ball. All right. Sound
Lord
good?
have mercy.
All right. All right.
Oh,
So
that's
we're gonna,
awesome.
So we'll get all the details after the show. Okay.
Yes,
All
I'm
right.
excited for you. Oh my God.
That should be nice. It sounds like it's a wonderful idea. I love it.
Thank you.
It sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. It's at Ezon Fair,
Yes.
December the 12th, and I think I read that donations are only $10.
Only $10.
Okay.
And I'm trying to get donations from adults so
Okay.
that anybody that wants to come that can't afford it, I'll be
Right.
able to hand them tickets. Like I gave away more because I'm not looking for a profit.
Right.
I just want to make sure everything is right. And like I never mentioned it, but my girlfriend is coming from Atlanta.
Okay.
Nashe Sams, that's my little sister. I love her so much, and she is going to sing 2 songs off of her album, her newly released album, I believe.
All right.
And I have Rayhan that's going to come, and he's going to do the gospel hip hop. He's a praise dancer,
Okay.
but he's going to do gospel hip hop. And we have a fashion show, a mini fashion show that's going on, and we have food and I had some of the best caterers that's
right.
going, and I have a candy buffet. I just want everything to be
Doing it
just
up.
because
And
they deserve
Yeah,
it.
they do.
They deserve
Yes,
it.
they do.
And the girls that's in our program, I also tell them you have to keep your grades up, and
Okay.
you can't be cute and can't read, right?
All right,
So
yeah, you gotta
yeah.
be honest with them. That's what
Yeah.
we need to hear. So is this the ball? Is it open for only the young ladies who are a part of all things girly?
No,
Just
it's
for
open
anyone.
to everybody,
Okay.
boys and girls, because
All right.
every princess needs a prince, so they're gonna need somebody to dance
That's
with.
right. That's all right.
And one other thing that I have, the young ladies, the dads are going to walk them in, and they're going to do the father-daughter dance. And I want people to see that all men are not out on the streets cutting up. They love their children.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's another thing that's big.
And what time is it on the 12th?
It's from 5 to 9,
Okay.
and I'm just really excited about this.
We have a number that's on the screen, 932-5342. That's the number that people can
Yes.
call. They can call you to get tickets or get more information?
Yes.
Okay. And
Yes.
if you can't answer, can they leave a message on that line
Yes,
also? Okay.
yes, you can leave a message.
All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to give away 10 tickets to
My
the
God.
first 10 callers who call the number that's on the screen. But it can't be, you got to be honest with me. It can't be any of your family, none of your close friends. So if they try to get tickets, they can't win.
Oh,
All right, it
yeah,
has to
no,
be-
no, no,
All
no.
right, all right. So people, you can't be affiliated with Michelle in any way. No family, no close friends. But at the first 10 callers, you will each win 1 ticket to
God.
to the all girly ball.
All things girly,
All
black
things-
tie event.
All right. I love it. Okay, so call the number that's on the screen. If she's not able to answer, just leave a message, and then she will get back with you and let you know who the winners are.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
All right, well, thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much
Trippy, for having
coming.
us.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Keep up the great work, okay, Amaris?
Mhm.
All right, and I'll see you on Saturday, next Saturday, the 12th, right?
The
All right,
12th.
so we'll get the information after the break.
Yes.
Okay. All right, we're going to take another quick break, and I'll be right back with some community news. Okay, just before we go to our funeral announcements, I'm going to just make a few community news announcements. First, I just want to mention that there's going to be a very important meeting regarding changes in the Wilmington, Delaware school system. Matter of fact, the entire Delaware school system. It's going to take place tomorrow at 6:30 at PS DuPont. Tomorrow is going to be the 30th, and that is coming from State Rep Charles Potter. Again, it's going to be tomorrow at PS DuPont at 6:30. People, he encourages people to show up and talk about making education better. He's asking to please remember segregation and what it did to our education system. And again, he's just encouraging everyone to show up at PS tomorrow at 6:30 to talk about the future of education in Delaware. And that is very, very important. There has been a lot going on with that. We definitely have to hear your voice, and you need to be heard. You need to be at the table so that the powers that be, especially in Dover, that they know that that we are serious about some of the changes that need to take place in our school system. We can't just leave it in the hands of a few politicians or of a few groups and expect them to be able to carry that message to Dover. We have to actually show up and go to Dover with them, so that those politicians who are in Dover, that we make sure that they vote some of the changes that we're talking about into policy. It's very important. Numbers speak volumes. So please, if you're able to make that appointment, that meeting tomorrow at 6:30 at PS DuPont, please do so. Also, want to talk about the arts on the Boulevard. It's the Leander Morris and Alan E. Clark Memorial Music Scholarship Foundation. It's going to feature a showcase of young artists. The Colin Chambers Trio will be there with their jazz ensemble. It's going to take place on Saturday, December the 5th at 5 o'clock. There's going to be a special performance by the Christina Cultural Arts Center. All this is taking place at Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church, 20 West Lee Boulevard in Wilmington. There's going to be a lot going on. There's a contemporary dancer, Michelle Finley. She will be performing. Soprano soloist Karis Meacham will also be performing. So for more information, please call us at the funeral home, and we can get you in contact with those who can give you more information about the Arts on the Boulevard this coming Saturday, December the 5th at Cornerstone Fellowship Baptist Church. I'm glad that phone rang. I'm glad the phone just rang, because I almost forgot to give away $50 of my dad's money because he did not show up. So what we're going to do, we're going to have the first caller to call. I'm going to give you a different number to call. But please, if you have to leave a message, that means you did not win. And the winner will probably win within the first couple of minutes. So please try not to continue to call after I make the announcement, because unfortunately you probably didn't win because people were pretty quick to call. And again, please don't leave a message, and because you won't be the winner. You won't be the winner. But the first caller to call this number, you have to listen very carefully. My mom should pick the phone up, and then you will be the winner of $50 of my dad's money, because he did not show up. He has not been keeping his word on coming here and weighing in, and so we're going to just give away some money. And next week, hopefully, is more. I'm going to try to talk him into giving away more next week. So maybe that will encourage him to just come and do better. So call this number, 407-3758. 407-3758. Again, if you have to leave a message, unfortunately, you're not the winner. So and please don't call. Somebody probably already won. So please try not to call continually throughout the night, because again, the winners happen pretty quickly. Again, 407-3758. I know they're probably mad at me for giving away the number, but